Hey everyone, welcome to the Faceless Podcast. I know I'm sounding real smooth on this. What's this? The second week of the new year. Technically, I mean, actually, it's the first full week, but what can you do? So I hope everybody's New Year's holiday was amazing. I hope you guys had a great time. Really wanted to touch on this topic because I think it's something that a lot of people do experience for many different reasons, right? So let's tackle the task at hand, right? So I think that is one of those things where jealousy is a human emotion, and it's also something I feel like you have to choose, right? And that may sound very weird, but like when a jealous thought or feeling comes to you, there's so many ways to kind of deflect or try to get to the root of it, right? Because the real root of jealousy is insecurity. There's no other root to it. It's insecurity, it's fear, and it's all of those different things. And I think that there's a lot people more jealous than they would like to admit. There maybe even be some people that watch this and know that it speaks to them. And I definitely feel like there's no condemnation in how you feel and your emotions that come to you. It's not the sin of the feeling, it's the sin of the action behind the feeling. So if you are jealous of someone and you decide, oh, let me tell my friend something about her because she thinks she all that jealousy, right? Um, if it comes to a situation where someone's doing something you want to do, and then you start like throwing shade towards that person, jealousy, insecurity. And a lot of the jealousy does come from fear. A lot of it comes from being insecure about who you are, the lane God has put you in, and comparing yourself to another woman who has a totally different experience, lifestyle, walk, testimony, gift, talent than you, and not really just supporting or loving or diving deeper into yourself and not the person. Unfortunately, I know a lot of women, myself included, who has experienced, friendships or relationships with men that were jealous. Because it's not just women; there can be men jealous of you. Some men will date you, knowing they're jealous of you, whether it's jealous of your talent, your gifts, your thoughts, and try to kind of almost put you in a lower place than what he knew you to be originally. So it's definitely something to take inventory of your emotions and process what you're feeling, and not try to ignore it or try to like just overcompensate with it, you know what I mean, but really get to the root of where it comes from, right? So you guys know I mentioned the Bible a couple of times. When you look at Cain and Abel, when you look at Jesus and Satan, when you look at these people in the Bible who have great testimonies, anointings, that kind of thing, and the people that were jealous of them. The sad part about jealousy is it can get to a place of envy. And to me, once you get to a place of envy, you're willing to kill, to diminish, to slander this person, and try to really take something away from them. When you get to a place of envy, you actually want to be that person. And this is for anyone who is jealous or anyone who's experienced jealousy, whether it's in your friendships, social media, relationships, whether it's about the person you're dating, whatever it is. If you are the jealous person, deal with your jealousy in counseling, get to the root of it, because it's not going to change just because, you know, it's weird. Like, it's not just the person you're jealous of, there's another reason, why you're jealous. That's deeper than that. That never happens. Like, honestly, y'all, my phone never rings while I'm on, you know, the podcast, doing the podcast. Um, that's weird. But anyway, back to you guys. Yeah, when it comes to jealousy, it is one of those things that you want to be careful with. You want to be careful whether you're around someone that's jealous or you are the person that's jealous. Once again, this is no condemnation, but you want to deal with that insecurity within yourself. And the reality of it is, all of us may experience some form of insecurity, comparing yourself to other people, social media, all of that good stuff. But you really got to get to that place where you realize I am good enough, I am worthy. I don't have to compare myself. I don't have to be envious or jealous of this person. They have their own story, their own gifts and talents, and I have my own. Because I think the deception of it is you become so intertwined with someone else's life, what they're doing, wearing, smelling, who they're with, you become obsessed. And I think that's where it becomes dangerous. You become to you try to conform yourself to match this person, be like this person, and then you take away from the identity of who you truly are, who you really are. And it's really, like I said, is no condemnation for someone who's experiencing this, and I don't want anybody to feel like she's you coming for me or nothing like that. It's more of a situation of really digesting and getting to the root of why you feel jealous. Why do you feel insecure? Was it because someone told you wasn't enough? Was it because you don't feel like you're enough? Do you feel like you're not worthy of good things or good people, or you can't succeed the way that person is succeeding? And I guarantee you, if you put all that effort, all of that passion into yourself, you will be so grateful with where you end up. For me personally, there was a season in my life where I did have some feelings, some insecure feelings, some jealous feelings a couple of years ago. And what I realized was that I wasn't tapping into my full potential, and it made me feel insecure. And I was kind of like, oh, this person's life is so lit. Oh my gosh, they're so blessed. And you get into that kind of, I don't know, repetitive demonic cycle, I want to call it. And in that, you have to get out of it. What helped me, I limited my social media time, working on my life. And now, honestly, I'm in one of the best places I've ever been in my life, just mentally, emotionally, physically, just in every sense of the word, just being at peace with who I am, how I look, how I talk, my face, my features, my speech, how I wear my hair. Like, I'm very comfortable in my own skin. And I don't know if it's because I'm in my 30s or what, but I definitely feel this peace that surpasses all understanding about myself. And I hold my head high, and try to keep a smile on my face, because I feel like I am worthy of, you know, everything God gives me. I'm grateful to be where I am. I've overcome a lot of different things. I'm a very intelligent woman, smart woman. These are things that I have to encourage myself with. So when someone says it, it doesn't build up my confidence, right? It's already there. So what you're saying is an added bonus. I appreciate it, but I don't need it to build my self esteem, right? So I just think when it comes to jealousy, and it's just basically wanting what someone else has, or desiring to be someone else, or desiring to look like someone else, and then not really appreciating who you are, how beautiful you are, how amazing you are as a person, and maybe not putting so much effort and not watching other people so much, because when you do become consumed with jealousy, you start to want what that person has. You start to act like how that person acts. You start to change yourself. You conform to be accepted, like you believe the other person is accepted. And that makes you veer into their lane when God created you a lane. He gave you a lane. He gave you a fingerprint that no one else on this earth has, because you are valuable. You are amazing. You are worthy. You are a great person, no matter what you've been through. And everything that glitters isn't gold. So it's important for us to work on ourselves, because guess what? We can't be anybody else but ourselves, right? And all jealousy does is kind of cloud you and have you obsessing over other people's lives. And that's just not, for me personally, not something I want around me, not something I engage in, not something I even want to be around, because it's very toxic, it's very dark. And I spoke to someone recently, and she literally was like, jealousy is a cancer and you got to kill it at the root, so definitely be careful who you're sharing things with, your tribe, who you talk to in the regular, just those type of things. And just be very mindful and sober about jealousy around you, and being very wise in how you handle it. Um, I don't believe in cutting off people because they're jealous. I think there's conversations you can have with people, because we are all broken. We all come from broken backgrounds, most of us. So there are some things that we're all going to struggle through. But I do think those repeated offenders, Those one where you talking and you catch them glancing at you funny or crazy, or you tell them what happened for you, like some type of great accomplishment happens and they giving you the side eye. Those are the ones you got to get away from. Okay, they can't even physically hide the fact that they jealous. They are. It literally shows on their face, their mannerisms, how they talk, how they speak, how they look at you, what they say about you, and those are the dangerous ones. Those are the ones that will try to trash your name. Those are the ones who will try to sow seeds of discord. Those are the ones that will try to gossip and talk about you, and find something to say. So those are the ones you don't want in your space, especially if you're trying to walk in the destiny that God has for you. So definitely want to come on really quickly and talk to you guys. It's not going to be a long podcast. Today is just going to be very short, talking about jealousy. I definitely think we got right to the point. So I hope this encourages you, even if you feel jealous, that you are not the worst person in the world. There are outlets, there are counselors, there are journaling, things you can really do to get to the root of why you feel that way about that person, and release that bitterness, release that resentment, release that unforgiveness towards those people, people or that person, so you could be free and move on. And then you can focus on yourself, which is one of the best things ever. Like for me, I want to top the old me. Like I want to make more better friends. I want to be in better places and have better experiences than me last year and the year before that. So my competition is not you, it's not nobody on social media, it's not any other podcast or anything like that. It's really me versus me out here. And I think that perspective and having that perspective moving forward is one of the best things you can do, because guess what? Learning serenity in my own life, you can only change yourself. You can't control anybody else. You can't take what they have. You can't be them. So the best thing you can do is love you, focus on you, and grow as you. All right, let's be signing off. Love you all. Bye.